When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. That's a no sound. Sorry about that. Had a little bit of problems there. If you caught that glimpse, we did have no sound on the last upload. So we're going to redo it all over again. Let's get up into this. Blanchwood Armor. I believe this is a reprint. We're going to go from the left to the right. Blanchwood Armor, Enchantment Aura. Enchant Creature. Target a creature as you cast this. This card enters the battlefield attached to that creature. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each forest you control. Yeah, boy. I believe that came out, man, I think that's Urza Saga, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I doubt you will. All right, moving along. Aether Shield Artificer. By the way, there is a new Planeswalker. We're going to get to that in a little bit here. It's a 4-drop at the beginning of combat on your turn. Target artifact creature you control gets +2/+2 and gains indestructible until end of turn. It's a 3/3, baby. So there is that. Little Aether Shield Artificer. Sun Cleanser. It's a 2-drop. This sucker looks like it could definitely see some sideboard play. When Sun Cleanser enters the battlefield, choose one. Remove all counters from target creature. It can't have counters put on it for as long as Sun Cleanser remains on the battlefield. Target opponent loses all counters. That player can't get counters for as long as Sun Cleanser remains on the battlefield. Talk about shutting down some infect decks. I think we only have, what, 2 or 3 cards that actually do something similar to this card. To that caliber, at least. That's not bad at all. It's only a 2-drop. This is really going to shut down a lot of decks. And I like that it's a 1/4. I think Wizards did a great job with that. Instead of going a 1/3 and making it easy to remove, a 1/4 is brilliant. It's a human cleric. So Sun Cleanser, there you go. Thumbs up to that card. Isolated Tower. Add a colorless. For 1, tap it. This is one of those new rare lands. Until end of turn, your opponents and creatures they control with hexproof can be targets of spells and abilities as though they didn't have hexproof. I'm really excited about this. This almost makes me want to get into Standard now. Almost. I said almost. I almost want to get into Standard. I probably will. I might. Should I? What do you guys think? Let me know. Hit the thumbs up if you think I should get into Standard. If you think I should not get into Standard, hit the thumbs up. That means a lot. Definitely hit the thumbs up, though. Good. This is a cool card. There's a lot of hexproof going on in Standard, as we all know, with both blue and green. And, yeah, that typically is how it goes with hexproof. This is going to shut some of those decks down, if not completely shut them down. So, Sideboard City, Isolated Tower, there is that. We're going to see a lot of copies of this in people's sideboards. I would expect this card to go up in value, maybe coming out around the $4 range, perhaps. Perhaps the $4 range, maybe. We'll see what happens to it over time. Novus Knight. It's a 1-drop Defender. As long as Novus Knight is enchanted or equipped, it can attack as though it didn't have Defender. It's a deuce 3. That's cool. Give it an enchantment or give it an equipment, and there you go. But it's only a 1-drop, so there's that. Moving along, but also real quick, I just want to mention, you might want to hit the notification bell. When you hit the notification bell, you get alerts first. That's part of the notification squad. There's a bell. It's below the video. You can just scroll down, find that bell, and just click on it. And that will alert you whenever I have a new video come out. The reason for this is because Joey Moss of Bad Boy Gaming officially got his live stream YouTube account back. Booyah! So that means, yes, we are going to be live streaming again on YouTube. I will occasionally go over to Twitch. That is not going to be forgotten. But hit that bell because you're going to want to. We're going to have some fun live streaming. I can't tell you when the first live stream is going to be. You're just going to have to hit that bell to be a part of it, and you'll know because you'll get a notification sent to your device. Wind Reader Sphinx. It's a 7-drop. Hit the like button if you're happy about that because I know I am. Thank you, guys. It's 3 months it's been. 7-drop. Flying. Whenever a creature with flying attacks, you get a look at this ugly Sphinx. God, Sphinx are so ugly. Name something else that's uglier than a Sphinx. I mean, just everything about it's ugly. It's just gross. Whatever. You may draw a card. Whenever a creature with flying attacks, you may draw a card. There is that. Wind Reader Sphinx, 7-drop, 3/7. Yeah, that's going to take a long time to get that out. Expect this Sphinx to see the bulk pile. I just don't see it being of that much of use. At most 50 cents. Yeah, there's that.
Dragon's Horde, 3-drop. I am really pumped. Are you pumped about dragons? It looks like they're trying to make dragons a thing in Standard. Even tribal dragons, perhaps. I think we're going that route. Wizards is definitely going that route. You guys know my favorite creature type is dragons and zombies, and right now they are really pouring it on thick with the dragon cards. So this is Dragon's Horde. It's an artifact. Whenever a dragon enters a battlefield under your control, put a gold counter on Dragon's Horde. You tap this sucker, remove a gold counter from Dragon Horde. Draw a card. This is what I've been looking for in my dragon deck. I've been complaining about card draw, and I do have a decent amount in my modern dragon deck, but this for sure, I may put 2 of these into that deck and swap out these other 2 cards. This thing is looking gorgeous. Plus, it acts as a land. Add 1, well, not a land, but add 1 mana of any color. That's insane. You can add 1 mana of any color as well. So it's fun to run multicolor dragon decks, and this sucker is going to help you get there. Dragon's Horde, thumbs up. Watsy, thank God, I love you. Also, shout out to Wedge. I hope, I haven't said nothing about it, but I recently saw what was going on, and yeah, I wasn't really aware until last night, completely made aware of the situation. And Wedge, my thoughts and prayers are with you and your family. I hope you have a speedy recovery, my ninja. And yeah, Godspeed, my dude, Godspeed. Leonin Vanguard. On to Leonin Vanguard. It's a 1-drop. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you control 3 or more creatures, Leonin Vanguard gets +1/+1 until end of turn, and you gain 1 life. There is that. I think it's a funny name, only because my friend started dating a girl from Europe about a year ago. And her name is Leonin, and that is ridiculous. So there is that. I never thought I'd see it, because I never heard the name Leonin before. Maybe I'm missing something. Has Leonin been a thing in Magic before? I don't know, but I did find it ironic, and there she blows. Leonin Vanguard gets +1/+1 until end of turn, you gain 1 life. That's something. Djinn of Wishes is definitely a reprint. It's a 5-drop. Flying Djinn of Wishes enters a battlefield with 3 wish counters on it. For 4, remove a wish counter from Djinn of Wishes. Reveal the top card of your library. You may play that card without paying its mana cost. If you don't, exile it. There's that. It's a 4/4. It is what it is. It's going to be another bulk rare. Leonin War Leader, 4-drop. This looks a little more fun. Whenever Leonin War Leader attacks, create 2 1/1 white cat creature tokens with lifelink that are tapped and attacking. I like this card. Tribal cats are going to be a thing now, more so than ever. There's a lot of kitty scratching going on. I actually can't wait to build a tribal cat deck and see what I can do with it. Perhaps I'll even branch out in a Standard now. Now that there is some more playables for dragons and for cats, I think this is something that will make me... what the heck just happened? Cards, how did Rudy just pop up? That is insane. Rudy, how did you just pop up on screen? Who the heck is a witness to that? I don't even know where we were at in this. Oh my goodness. What the heck, Rudy? What is going on, man? That came out of nowhere, man. All right, moving forward. I think he's haunting me. That's a sign. But I'm really excited for this. All right, Fraying Omnipotence. What the hell happened? For 5, each player loses half their life, then discards half the cards in their hand, then sacrifices half the creatures they control, round up each time. It is a 5-drop. That was so weird. Fraying Omnipotence. This sounds like a really fun card. It's probably going to be more a bulk kind of thing, because it's just one of those fun cards, to throw in a deck and get a little goofy with it. Because it goes for each player. So if you're trying to, quickly end the game, there you go. But it can also help out in other situations. So there it is. Mystic Archaeologist. I know how that popped up because my video that I deleted that was silent because I used the wrong settings in OBS to record it. It ended, and then Rudy popped up there. That's what happened. Mystic Archaeologist. For 5, you draw 2 cards. It's 2 to bring out. It's a human wizard. Definitely going to be in the bulk pile. I can't say it's getting too much use because it's too darn easy to remove, even if you get a hexproof. Now that we're in this standard of hexproof and annihilate hexproof things, Mystic Archaeologist is not going to be all that great, but maybe it'll, someone will play it. It'll get some play, I'm sure. You'd get to draw 2 cards. Next up, we got Isolate. It's a 1-drop. Exile target permanent with converted mana cost 1. That's all right, it serves a purpose, I suppose. I mean, there are a lot of permanents out there that are golden, and they're just one drops, whether it be an enchantment or even some of these creatures out there now, or even artifacts, whatever the case may be. And everyone runs a few one drops at least in their deck. Otherwise, you're gonna probably lose the game. So isolate. I see it having a purpose. That's pretty cool. It's also definitely going to slow down these hasty goblin decks. These haste decks we've been seeing just emerge everywhere. Mono red is gonna take a pounding with isolate. We'll see ya. So there's that. I'm sure a lot of people are happy about that one. I know I am. Thorn Lieutenant. It is a 2-drop. Whenever Thorn Lieutenant becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, create a 1/1 green elf warrior creature token. It is a 6-drop. Thorn Lieutenant gets +4/+4 until end of turn. It's a 2/3. Not impressed at all by this card. It's going to be the bulk pile. It's just not that great. But it is an elf, and it's another elf to add to the standard pool. How much will it help? I really don't know. I wish it had some other secondary ability or something. Besides the +4/+4, I mean, maybe give it Trample or maybe give it Skadoosh. I don't know, something. Skadoosh could be a cool ability. What would Skadoosh be if it was an ability? That's a good one. I'd like to know. Hieromancer's Cage. Hieromancers, whatever. When Hieromancer's Cage enters the battlefield, exile target non-land permanent and opponent controls until Hieromancer's Cage leaves the battlefield. So there's that. Moving down the line, we are almost at the new Liliana, guys. Bear with me. Switcheroo. It's a 5-drop. Exchange control of 2 target creatures. There's that. Rise from the grave. Put target creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. That creature is a black zombie in addition to its other colors and types. Vigilant Baloth, a 5-dropper. With Vigilance, it's a 5/5. Just a big old dummy right there. At least it has Vigilance. I mean, that's something. It can attack and then block, and attack and then block, and then I'm sure it'll die. It's a 5/5. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we got Siege Breaker Giant. It's a 5-drop yet again. It's got Trample, and for 4, target creature can't block this turn. It is a 5-drop. Trampler, 6/3. Easy to remove that 3. Anything 3 and below is quite easy to remove. Always keep that in mind when constructing decks, my young Padawans, all right? Also, we got Liliana's Contract. It's a 5-drop enchantment. This card sounds pretty fun, and I love the artwork on it. When Liliana's Contract enters the battlefield, you draw 4 cards and you lose 4 life. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 4 or more demons with different names, you win the game. I want to see someone get that win off. Actually, I want to get that win off. That'd be kind of fun. But getting out that many demons, I mean, that could be a bit tough. I'm sure there's some easy tricks and whatnot. We'll see. And to keep them out is probably something else on its own. So there's that. I hate when I do that. All right, moving forward. Liliana, Untouched by Death. We know. I like the artwork on this one, too. She's not as dull as she was in a few of the later versions we've seen in the past here, most recently. Put the top 3 cards of your library into your graveyard. If at least one of them is a zombie card, each opponent loses 2 life, and you gain 2 life. I like it. Especially because it's a 4-drop. -2, target creature gets +X until end of turn, where X is the number of zombies you control. Is that +X, -X? What is that? I can't really make this one out. There we go. Now she brightens up the day. Target creature gets -X, I thought so, until end of turn, where X is the number of zombies you control. That's pretty freaking dope. -2. What if it was only -1? That'd be godly. -3, you may cast zombie cards from your graveyard this turn. I really like this Liliana Untouched by Death. I like all Lilianas. There hasn't really been any weak ones, I must say. So this is a pretty cool card. Let me know your guys' thoughts, opinions. As always, you gotta share with me what you think of this stuff. Because if you don't, how do I know what kind of deck to build? I really don't. All right, guys, I do appreciate you tuning in. Make sure you hit that bell button because we are gonna be up and running. We are gonna be back, baby. And it's going to be a lot of excitement when we go live, so make sure you tune in for that. And I hope to have a new deck for those who have followed me loyally on Twitch that come over to YouTube now, or, I'm sure a lot of you are happy I'm back on YouTube. I'm going to have a new deck to run as well. So there is something to look forward to for everyone. All right, guys, I love you, and as always, PLA.